You have to clap?
Or
Yeah. So I go in there. I'm like, where the hell is the mixer bowl? I don't know. Well, somebody had to put it away. I was like, check everywhere. Find the bowl. All of a sudden, she comes back in and has foil on top of it. And I'm like,
leftovers.
What the fuck is in there? It's like mashed potatoes. It's like,
and
from fucking Thanksgiving? Yeah. Why is that still in there? Because I told you 2 fucking weeks ago to clean that fucking refrigerator out. Silence.
Continue.
So I sit there and I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck? Go clean out the fucking refrigerator and get all that fucking food out of there that I told you guys to get the fuck out of there. Then I'm sitting there and I'm hearing them on the side of the house and I'm like, what are you doing? We're emptying out the food. Are you putting it in a bag? No. We did not think about that. Yeah, no fucking shit.
You know, I was wondering why I heard someone gagging outside. I was like, what the hell is that? I heard someone go, I'm like, the hell?
Yeah, well, they're going to be gagging
sense.
even more when I fucking make them sit out there in the fucking rain and snow and fucking clean those fucking garbage cans on Friday.
So, fun idea. I know a place where I can get you some boxes, and I have a bunch of gift wrap. Man, Christmas is just around the corner.
Dude, I'm not wrapping fucking gross-ass food. That'd be disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, but at least they learn their lesson.
It's better than coal.
Right? Please bring us coal next year.
Yeah, I'm just going to make them clean the garbage cans, no gloves.
Yeah.
Anyways, they'd probably just grab like the regular fucking yard gloves, which wouldn't help them.
Also true.
Yeah. Who said you get a chance to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner only once a year? Tis the season.
Tits the season.
Indeed.
Tits.
Gross. I don't ever want to see that ever again in my life.
What, tits?
No, him.
Don't worry, you don't
Him
have to
doing
worry
You
about
just saw
that.
it twice.
Yeah, right? Well,
I missed that. Thank God, probably. Whatever.
Well, right.
oh.
Welcome to Hot Mic.
Well, that's okay. We have Brittany Griner back now, right? So everything's okay in the world.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I saw. No, I'll say it. I'm gonna fuck. I saw something on Instagram saying that Brittany Griner made this whole statement about how she is gonna go play basketball this year, and the first thing that popped in my brain was like, oh my god, it's like Rocky. What's here? 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 or 4? Where he's in Russia? Four. I want to hear Hearts on Fire. It's like Hearts on Fire. I said it.
I
don't care.
I would love to see her get drug tested right at the beginning of the season,
Right.
and get a suspension.
I mean, that bitch has got a deeper voice than Ryan does.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, no offense.
None taken.
To you.
None taken.
I watched the video of her like on the plane, and they're talking to her.
Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, like
No. Like, home? No.
Chunk sloth
like
friend.
Yeah, like you know where you're going. You know where you're going, right? It's like I saw the clip where she gets off the plane. She's like walking across the tarmac, and then the fucking Merchant of Death, aka Nicolas Cage, whatever his name is, was walking opposite side, and like you saw her escorts like go right to give him hugs and shit, and it's like American side, let's go, let's get the fuck out of here, hurry up, you know,
Because he probably had weapons ready pointed at everybody. It's like, let's get the fuck out of here.
right. Well, thank goodness she's back home, where she can play basketball again.
I mean,
If she doesn't stand for the national anthem now, like that's
Right.
you know, my biggest thing with that is, like, do I think she should have been in prison? No, not at all. But you did something illegal in a country that's not here, so
and but she's also played
basketball there for
basketball
years.
there for like the last 4 years or some shit like that.
It's like, oh, I didn't know
you
they
should
were
probably
there.
know not to have like.
Oh,
your
she
vape
knew. I
pens.
mean, you saw the first trial she went to and had like the fucking who was it on her fucking shirt? It
Bob
was
Marley? Not Bob Marley.
maybe
What was on that shirt?
I don't know, but I think it might have been a Bob Marley shirt. No, it wasn't Bob Marley. It was something. I don't know. It was weed related.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to be a fucking idiot.
It was the album cover for Chronic 20.
But seriously though, it's like I know everyone here that's ever flown anywhere in the United States, elsewhere, you check that bag before you go, like literally the day before, even the day of you go. It's like, and then you going and you getting caught, you're like, oh, I didn't know I was in there. I'm like, bitch, please.
Come on, have you ever seen that video where the TSA guys pulling out this woman's bag or guy's bag? I can't remember who it was, but there was just a whole bunch of dildos. Because
I saw that. It was a
Oh, yeah,
girl.
and then he
Yeah.
sits there and he's like,
Side-eyed her.
Yeah, right?
Like he I remember he like opened up and was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, Byron. That face.
this shit was funny.
just saying, if someone
It
can
is
miss
warm
miss
in
their
here. What the
Yeah, I
fuck did you
turned-
guys turn the heat on
It
to?
was cranked up to 70. I turned it down.
Turn it down to what? Hell?
Yeah. We all know heat rises, man.
What the fuck that? What that have to do with anything? Turn that shit down. I wanted it at like 60.
Did you just turn? You turned it up.
Turn it off.
Okay. Like you went the
Well,
wrong
see
way.
what? I mean, you went. Never mind. You went full retard. I didn't tell you to turn it off. Just told you to turn it way down. I mean, I
It's
guess
way down.
I mean, technically, he's right.
and wrong all at the same fucking time. Thank you, Ben Stiller. Why did my cord get shorter?
I don't know.
Maybe you got taller.
I
Are you leaning
want to
further
slap
back than you normally do?
No.
I don't
I
know.
mean, have you seen the rat's nest that's beneath Adam's feet?
Look. Hole.
Don't tease him with a good time.
Yeah. All right.
And he's set.
and scene.
And it just keeps plopping back down there. There we go.
Just got it.
Y'all settle in
Thanks
now?
for the quick tug.
Yeah.
Hey, well, good thing Adam's got a paper towel there, so you're set
Oh
to
yeah.
go.
Want me to give it a little wipe?
Well, that's just a gift that keeps on giving. Speaking of gifts, nice segue. So
Oh, okay.
this is like definitely, obviously it's Christmas season, so we're getting a lot of Amazon packages.
You guys are getting a lot of Amazon packages.
I mean, I get a few at a time, and by a few at a time, like one or two every 2 weeks, right? I thought, cool, like I'm lucky, like no one's stole my stuff off the porch, right? Nothing like that. I'm golden. I'm golden. So I ordered a gift for 4 or 5 days ago. And I get an alert saying, hey, your package has arrived. It's right there. Boom, 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 boom. Like, cool. I go to the door. It's not there. That's fucking strange. I'm like, damn it. Well, hope they enjoy those fucking fuzzy ass dice, the car dice. I'm like, oh, well, that was $6. About an hour later, I'm making dinner. I heard a knock on the door. And a doorbell ring. Boom, boom. Which no one comes to my fucking door because the last people that did were those Jehovah's Witnesses, and I set them next door. So no one comes to my house. And Mike, turn the music off. I was making dinner. I'm like, who in the fuck is this? Windows open, right? Like, who in the fuck is this? It's not even that late. It's like 6 o'clock. Go to the door. look, and that was like, it's like one of those like casual look, like, I don't trust you yet. Some guy from next door. He's like, hey, just want you to know that, did you have a package on your door? I'm like, I did. It's gone. It's like, yeah. Like, so I got home and I checked my doorbell camera and I got a picture of some dude walking up to your door, taking your package and walking off. I'm like, that motherfucker. It's like, yeah. He's like, it's okay though. Called the cops and I took the picture, printed it out, gave a copy to the HOA president. I'm like, well, thank you for
HOA president.
right. HOA president of what? There's like
HOA's on the case.
Yes.
We'll get this solved for you in no time, Mr. Kripe.
Yeah, right.
We'll have our top men. We'll assign this to one of our detectives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bruce next door.
Bruce.
He'll fuck him up.
Send a telegram to the Karens.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, hey man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I say, I didn't really I cared, but it's like, it's only $6 whatever for that. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, awesome, thanks a lot. Close the door. I didn't say bye. I'm like, whatever. Roommate's outside in the garage.
Fucking rude.
I know, what a dick. This dude did
I
all
said
this
bye.
work.
I was
We did
like, oh,
all
thank
this
you.
work for you.
Yeah, he walked 8 feet and that was fine.
And printed the goddamn
Right.
picture.
And gave it to the HOA president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you could do was just shut the door in his face.
I mean, I did say
Somebody's getting coal in his stocking.
I said thank you.
I like how he turned from victim to
Right, yeah.
2 minutes.
You're the wrong one, Mr. Grinch. Like, all right, so my room.
Just from the whole story so far, he's like Shaun just went black.
I mean,
Like, who in the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, where would it start at?
Like creeping up and up the like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Who
Who the fuck are you?
So I'm like, all right, roommate's outside in the garage. I'll go let him know.
Your dice are gone.
Go outside. It was a gift for him. He asked for it. I'm like, well, that's stupid, but okay. I go outside. I'm like, hey, dude. I want you to know that we had a package stolen off the front porch today. It's like, what? He's like, yeah. And he didn't really seem too concerned. He was pretty chill about it. I'm like,
That could have been played.
I'm
PS5.
like, okay, right? It's like, you never know. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, I just talked to the neighbor from across the, I don't know, the way. And he said that someone took a package from our front step. He called the cops and yada, yada, yada. He's like, oh, word. He's like, oh, well, that might have been me. Like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I got home and I know you had said you were expecting a package, so I decided I was going to go walk around front and check for packages, and I saw there was one sitting there, and I picked that up, and I had to go, so I just threw it in the car and I left. I was going to tell you, but I forgot. And I was like,
It's like being locked out the bathroom all over again.
I was like, really? It's like, well, that's fantastic. Except for the fact that they called the cops and they got a picture of your face stealing a package, taking a package, retrieving a package, and then walking away. He's like, yeah. So what are we going to do? I'm like, I know what you're going to do. You're going to walk your happy ass to that door and be like, hey, that was me. Because I know I'm not going to do that shit.
I would have left it. Wouldn't have said anything. Cops aren't going to do anything.
I
HOA president. might.
I already knew. Like, I mean, the greatest thing about it is the next time that happens, they're like, oh, there's that motherfucker again. Someone's just waiting.
I wouldn't say
Someone's got to be
anything,
ready.
just so they're waiting for him. Go and tackle him in the bushes so he
Sting.
can be like, fucker, I live here.
Yeah, right. Jump out of the bushes in a ghillie suit.
What?
In a ghillie suit.
Okay.
So I asked him,
I thought
like,
it said glue soup.
Yep.
I asked him the next day. I'm like, hey, did you ever talk to? I'm like, oh yeah, I should have done that. I'm like, you're goddamn right, you should have.
No.
Potentially. Because you're already a fan favorite of Dude Next Door, so why not, spread that joy across to all the other neighbors?
What was that? Looked like you were like spread the
I thought,
cheeks.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
cheeks.
Yeah, I can show you the world. Yeah.
Here's what I found.
Word.
What?
Yes, Siri found it. Good job.
Siri found the cheeks.
Siri found him cheeks.
So yeah. Case
Fantastic.
closed.
You know,
Yeah, porch pirate has been found.
Porch pirate's been found.
I had to play Porch Pirate the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Go
Yeah.
on.
So, the mother-in-law is something special. Give her the address. Puts the wrong address.
She puts the wrong address?
Yeah. So, I get a call from Christina. Hey, package is delivered. Wrong house. Over the one over off 64th Street, not 64th Avenue. Motherfucker. She's like, it just got delivered. Okay, now I just got off work. It was that Thursday night where I was at work until like 8:30.
Right.
So now I got to drive across town and go find a package. I pull up, the street's fucking dark, a whole bunch of cars everywhere, and I'm like, fuck, there's nowhere to park. I was like, son of a bitch. I had to turn around, and I'm driving down the street, hella slow, like super suspect, like
In a big white
in
SUV.
a big white fucking SUV.
Hey, don't mind me.
Because I'm looking for the fucking numbers on the fucking house, and this house doesn't have any fucking lights on the front. So I was like, oh, there it is. Fuck, there's nowhere to park. So what does my ass do? Pull halfway into the driveway, sideways, lights still on, so I could see the damn porch. Like, oh, there's a package. I had to like walk up a step, and it was like sitting there in the driveway. It was like, yep, this is the one. Got in, took the fuck off. It was just like, huh.
That could have ended badly.
I need to go troll like the Facebook
Lackamus?
site, the Facebook site where they're always posting up photos for
from
next door. Like,
Yeah.
like, hey, this person. So I could just be like, hey, that was me. That was my package. My mother-in-law's an idiot. Like,
Yeah, but I've had to go to that house and pick up a package because the UPS dropped shit off over there.
Wait,
oh
same
yeah,
house?
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, it's the same house. And it's not like the first time that happened, like eventually they actually brought the package over to me here. And then the second time I actually went there and there's some Mexicans or whatever that live there.
I had my hats from Fanatics last year were delivered there. Christina went over there and she like knocked on the door. Some old lady was living there at the time. And she was like, hey, were some packages delivered? Yep. Well, they're mine.
No.
Let me
no.
check.
No.
Like shuts the
no.
door in her face.
No package. Here.
And then she brings it back out. She's like, they were half opened. And she's like, oh, I guess they didn't have my name on them. Here. And Christina's like, yeah, they didn't. I mean, you knew that.
Yeah, because it was an older Mexican couple. Like when I went there, it's like, hey, I had something that might have been delivered here. Like showed them like proof that package was like for the address and shit, so they could compare it. But
That's me, not you.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Give me my stuff.
This is why I don't do Amazon.
well, like my shit was regular USPS.
Doesn't fucking matter. What'd you order? Where'd you order from? You ordered somewhere online, didn't you?
No, actually, is a private sale between Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, that's even worse.
Totally.
Still online.
I mean, you
You went from Amazon to online. Like, oh fuck both that. I don't give a shit. Either one.
right.
Yeah, no.
fuck online.
Yeah,
Fuck that online shit.
Yeah. Boo!
Fuck that World
Shop
Wide Web.
locally. Boo!
Oh, I didn't say that. I'll still go to fucking Walmart. Walmart, Best Buy, you know, the huge.
That's semi-local.
Well, I mean, they're still big corporate whores.
True.
I'm not going there and be like some consignment shop that, you know, it's like, oh, look, I found this.
It's vintage.
I found this fucking Grinch hat that has, you know, puke stains on it. And but they're giving me a good deal on it. I'm going to buy this so that way I'm putting my money local. No, fuck that.
10% off. Perfect.
Gross.
And gross too.
I mean, my boss did send me some shit that she ordered about a little over a month ago.
Was it a dildo?
No, it was not a dildo. Thank God. Because at work we did March Madness brackets, and I got second place. So I was supposed to get some kind of fucking prize, and we started the NFL football pool, and I was like, wait, I won shit. Like, hey, where's the shit that I'm supposed to get? It's supposed to be sports related.
He wrote that
And then she was
exactly like that too.
No.
Verbatim.
And I should have, but I didn't. And she was like, well, just go to Walmart and Target, find something that's $40 or under, and we'll get it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I found a little Saints hoodie, $40. It was great. Gets shipped to me. And then a couple weeks later, I get these 2 fucking packages. And it's like, my birthday's in a week. And I was like, okay. And it's got my address to me and all this shit. And I fucking open up and it's like this, like, 3X fucking jacket. And I was like, what the fuck? And then you dig into the package and then there's like all like magazines for these different fucking women's fucking shit. I was like, but it's my name on it. Like, this is a shitty fucking birthday present. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about it. I was like, what? It says ordered by Kevin Brooks, shipped to Kevin Brooks. I'm like, but I didn't order this shit. So why am I did I get hacked? But then someone fucked up and sent me some shit. And so they had a 1-800 number. So I fucking called and I was like, I need information. Was this my account? They couldn't tell me shit. They couldn't tell me like the last 4 of the credit card. They couldn't tell me shit where it was for. It was like, it was just ordered through Walmart.com. I'm like, yeah, but this is your company. So why can't you give me shit about this order? Well, because it was third party, blah, 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 blah. And I like got pissed because I was like, you can't tell me if I'm being fucking hacked or not. So about an hour on the phone going through like 3 different fucking managers, supposedly, because the first one is like, I want to speak to your manager, put me on hold. And then it was just like another customer service rep. And it's like, how can I help you? I'm like, wait, are you this person's manager? Like, I don't even know who this fuck this person is. I'm like, son of a bitch. But then on the package, on the sticker, there was like a series of numbers. And I was like, wait, it starts with 503. That looks fucking familiar. And I pull out my phone, and it's my fucking boss's phone number. And I'm like, hey, did you order shit from fucking Walmart recently?
Verbatim.
And pretty much. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you sent it to my house. She lives over by PSU. And I live way over here in Vancouver. And it was like a jacket she had. She was like, oh, I also have a pumpkin being sent to you too. I'm like, what the fuck?
A pumpkin?
A fucking like a little plastic pumpkin for Halloween.
Well, it's a good thing they sell those at like
any fucking place. But yes. I understand
during
this.
Halloween.
I understand this.
I know you do, but apparently someone does not.
No, she forgot. So when she sent me my Saints thing, she forgot to switch the address back to her home address. So anything she bought from Walmart after that was being shipped to my house. And I was like, well, I'll deliver it for you. I'm off my birthday week. You know, I have no problem meeting you and whatever. And she's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. And then she's like, well, let me get you something. So she met me at Cane's in the mall. So I got some fucking Cane's and for a delivery fee. Wasn't bad, but at the same time, don't online shop. Shit like that can happen. Miss addresses, shipped to the wrong house. You know, just buy from Best Buy.
Mine was an error on mine.
Well, I mean, not yours. There was still a wrong address that was put in by your mother-in-law.
Oh, no, that one was totally her fault.
Yeah. And then made you look out to be like a fucking porch pirate. And creeper at the same time. Mm-hmm. What are you doing rolling up in like...
Yeah, I got pulling sideways in my fucking driveway and shit.
And plus he was probably creeping like 2 miles an hour, 2 down the road, too.
Did you happen to see if they had like a Ring doorbell or anything like that?
Nope.
It didn't occur to me until I got back in the car.
Yeah, so that's why you want to troll the Nextdoor app or Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook
watch groups,
scatter group, and be like, "Oh, hey, that's me."
It's like, hi, porch pirate reporting in here.
Your phone's gonna blow up. It's like, dude, what the hell have you been doing? Like, what do you mean? It's like, what?
Or better yet, we should be like, hey, we know that guy. He looks fucking familiar. This is where
It's
he
like,
works.
doesn't he DJ
Fox
at a-
12 Most Wanted. Jesus.
Did I ever tell you when that happened to me?
What? Fox 12 Most Wanted?
What?
No.
So it was years ago, and I was just doing my thing. I was back in college, and
doing your thing?
One
getting
day-
getting on the top 10 list, top most wanted Portland list.
I can do better.
One day I start getting all these fucking text messages from random ass people I hadn't talked to in a while. It's like they're like, "Hey, dude, are you good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool." Message after message after message. Finally, so I was like, "Why the fuck is everybody asking me like stupid ass fucking questions? What the fuck is going on?" They're like, "Saw you on the news, like stealing donuts from fucking Krispy Kreme up in Longview," and I was like, "The fuck."
There's a Krispy Kreme in Longview.
I don't know.
Right?
No, that would have been my question.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's a Dwayne.
And then all of a sudden, somebody sends me this screenshot from the news story, and there was a dude totally looked like me
It wasn't Dwayne.
sitting there fucking like stealing fucking donuts. And I was just like, yeah, not me. Leave me the fuck alone.
Dwayne.
Took you like 2 seconds.
That was 30 seconds, bro.
At least 30 seconds to figure
It's on delay. That's my latency.
But those sunglasses are giving you delay?
Yeah.
Out of all fucking things. This was the fat guy was stealing fucking food, and I got blamed for it. Rude as fuck. Fucking rude.
Should have picked up a box of Krispy Kreme after that and like took a selfie. Are
Wasn't
these,
me.
Are these the donuts?
Newspaper.
Yeah.
Profiling. That's that.
Yep.
I don't know. If there's no good way to segue in this because you.
So speaking of packages, let me talk about my dick.
No. Well, we're on the case. We're on the
That's
subject
better
of
than
packages.
profiling.
Yeah. No, I recently ordered. Well, I guess it wasn't recently. It was like a month ago. I ordered seat covers for the van, and I opened up, and the box looked a little sus. Like it's been
It was a little janky.
a little janky. Like somebody it had visited somebody else before it had visited me. So I open it up, and I pull out one chunk of
God, please
cloth.
tell me it had its shit stain on it.
No, I couldn't have been that lucky. So I pull out one chunk, and it's like, okay, that's one seat cover. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay. And I pull out the other one, and it's another seat cover with one headrest and one armrest. And I'm like, where's it? And I'm looking at the first one I pulled out. It's like, well, where's the fucking headrest and armrest for this? And I'm like, looking in the box. There's like no instructions. I'm like, motherfucker, this is probably a return. So rather than just start the whole return process, I jumped right to ordering a new one, probably like a few days later because they were having some sort of, I think this is like during Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, whatever. And so I got it for like $50 cheaper. And so I ordered another set, and I was going to wait till I got there, and then I was going to take the contents out of that box and put the old ones in there and then return the first one so that it wasn't my intention to get it cheaper. It just happened to be when I went in there, rather than trying to go through the whole return process. I just like, I'll pick up another one and deal with this later. So I get it. I open that one up. I pull out the first thing. Same deal. One seat cover, the other one headrest, armrest attached to it. So I'm like, what the fuck are they just doing this in droves?
Just to fuck with you.
Just to fuck with me. So I put them back in the box, and I take another look at the other one. Like maybe I fucked something up. Like I'm like pulling, because I pulled everything. Well, I pulled everything out and was like, I did maybe a halfway thorough examination of what was in the box and what came with it. The initial headrest and arm cover was inside of one another. So it was like two socks, for the armrest, and then like the headrest like just tucked into another.
Docking.
Docking, yes. So they were docked with one another, and I was like, Fuck.
So I was
go
gonna
ahead.
ask, how long between you getting the first package did you get the second package?
It's probably like 2 weeks.
So in 2 weeks' time,
Yep.
you never thought like, hey, I should investigate further.
No, I opened up the box and was just like one of those, gave it like a half look. And
Something wrong.
Something's wrong
Adam
here.
smash.
I've got
Adam
to-
mad.
I've been screwed.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, motherfuckers. Bad review.
So that's not the messed up. Well, I don't know if it's messed
That's
up.
not the best part.
The messed up part. So I messaged him like, hey, I just want to return this. I didn't give him an explanation because I was like, if they were gonna ask what's the reason or something, I'd explain it then. But they said, okay, here's your RMA. Please write that in the box. No shipping label or anything attached to it. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, so I got to buy the shipping label. So I put it back in the box it was shipped in. I take it to UPS and they said, we can't ship it like that. Like, cause it basically looks like a shoebox, like a big flatter shoebox. And they're like, yeah, we can't ship it like that. It has to be nested inside of another box. I'm like, fine. So I have to pay for a box. And they're like, okay, we'll throw it on the scale, and they weighed it. And it was like, all right, total is going to be $50.
It's a wash.
Yeah, for the box and to ship it. So what I ended up saving, I ended up paying.
Was negative $20.
Would have kept that shit. Backups, man.
No.
Or you could have just bought another van.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say with your luck,
Another fan. Yeah, let me just throw out another 60K.
Yeah, with your luck shitting in fucking seats. I mean, might as well
Hey,
spare.
I have not done that since I was
In your car.
in your Mustang.
I owe you for that still.
You stay
Well,
the fuck.
that's
Oh,
okay.
Now that I got these seat covers, shit away because they're washable and waterproof.
Okay.
No,
Challenge accepted.
never
They're
mind.
mud proof.
Never mind. Mudproof. Yeah, they're Carhartt. So
Well, there's a will. There's a shit.
where there's a Shaun, there's a shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, speaking of more shipping shit, or bullshit, I should say, did I tell you I was in the process of trying to get my passport earlier this year?
No,
Okay, so
maybe.
my oldest is going somewhere, and she has to have her passport. So we're like, okay, if you're gonna get, I don't have my passport, so like if we're gonna get yours, I have to get mine because if something happens, I need to fly where you're at. So we both fill out our paperwork, put everything in, send it off at the same time. This process started back in like May, June. So the process is like, I think it says 8 to 12 weeks. No, that's wrong. I think 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
90
something-
days,
yeah.
60 to 90 days.
Yeah. And end of August, early September, she got hers. And we had, for some reason, when we filled out our paperwork, one of us had it one of ours was going to get sent back to the house, and the other one was going to get sent back to the P.O. box. And hers was sent to my P.O. box, I think. So I was like, oh, okay, if yours is here, mine must be back at the house. So I get back to the house, and I find a letter from them, not the same that she got. So she got her passport. I open up mine, and mine says, your birth certificate is not legitimate. Give you a little backstory to my birth certificate. So for the longest time, all my parents had for a birth certificate was a piece of paper that had the feet on it
Yeah.
and nothing else. Like it didn't have my name on there. It just said the hospital. So I was like,
Well, hello, the hospital.
yeah,
Send us a picture of your feet.
yes. So I knew this might have been an issue before, but I've used this other. It's a photocopy of my birth certificate because I don't have the original, like the certified copy that you get from
A
The
hospital.
state.
no, not from the hospital. You get it from
State.
The state.
Yeah, the
Okay.
state. So it's a photocopy of that, and that's certified. That copy. I've used that to get my ID. Anything where you have to present your birth certificate, I've
Right.
used it at Social Security office. I've used it, maybe court. I think, to prove something. Like I don't remember.
I'm from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a citizen, damn it. I was born in New Jersey. Anyways. Somehow I had like when I was giving this to the lady at the because you have to send an appointment at a post office. They gather all your equipment, take your money, and then they send it off. She was looking at it and was like, and I'm like, I know it's weird. I've used this before. I've never had an issue. They're like, yeah, they might say something though. So I mean, it has this. Well, I think it'll be fine. But it comes back. I get the rejection letter. Like your
You suck.
Yeah, your documents are not legit.
Do better, Adam. Do better.
Yeah, basically. So I'm like, I fucking should have known that this was going to happen. So then I right there that day, I get onto the website, order an actual copy of the birth certificate, have it expedited or whatever. I get it within a few weeks, turn back around, go send it out. And so I had this whole turnaround process done within less than a few weeks. And this is back in September. And so I'm waiting. It says you can enter your verification number that you get for your passport onto this website to check the status of it. And then after I got that, it said in process, dated back in June. And so I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, oh, I wonder when it's going to change. And it's getting close to when I'm going to need it, or when I potentially would need it, which is in March. And so I was like, fuck. And I didn't get the expedited thing, because you can get an expedited filing for your passport, which gets guarantees. Well, it doesn't guarantee, but they say they can get it within 22 days of you submitting it. And so I was like, well, if last minute if that comes up, I'll just do that. But it kept time was going by, and it was like this month. It was December, and I was like, there's no way this should have taken this long. And so I call them, and actual passport people, and ask them like, hey, this thing's been in process. And I don't tell them like it's been sent back and forth or whatever. I just say it's been in process in June, hoping that they can get some sort of update on it. Like, oh yeah, we have it and we're just reviewing it. We'll send it out in a week or two. Nothing. So I get bounced around a few times, and then they don't have an answer me. And they say, call back tomorrow. So I call back the next day, and it's, same story. And they're like, well, it's still in process. I see that we've received it, or that's the current status, and it's in process. I'm like, does it normally sit this long in process? They're like, no. I'm like, can you hurry the shit up? And they said
Verbatim.
Yeah. I said that. It's like, can you hurry the shit up somehow or something? Like, well, you can purchase the expedited thing for an extra $60. So it's already like $300 for a fucking passport. They want more fucking money. And I'm like, you can pay, but we're not going to guarantee that you'll get it within the 22 days. But if it does, if it gets approved, we'll take the money and we will send it to you. I'm like, okay, so there's no risk of if I don't get it sooner that that'll cost me extra. It's just that I don't know if giving them the $60 will guarantee that I get it within that time frame. So anyways.
Well, at this point, they're just taking your money because you've been waiting over the 22 days.
Yep.
Well, yeah, so this was just a few weeks ago. So I said, yeah, fine. Go ahead. I'll pay. And they're like, okay. And then a week later, I get a credit card notification on my phone saying Port of Seattle or whatever charged the $60. I'm like, oh, cool, it got through. And then the next day it showed up. So I'm wondering, like, should I have even fucking bothered if it was that fucking quick?
Well, you know what? You'll never know.
I'll never fucking know.
Thanks for your money.
So did you? So when you, because I need to get a passport too.
The motherfuckers was
have
just
to
sitting.
make-
It was like,
Did they take
We're
your
gonna get this
passport
extra $60
or your birth certificate and like you have to send it off and they mail it back to you?
Yeah. So here's-
I'm not comfortable with that.
So here's the fucked up thing. So before all this, I had to get an updated Social Security card for one of the kids. And this is when they shut down all the Social Security offices. And I was like, hey, I need to get a copy because it's the last piece of identification I don't have for her. And so they're like, oh, yeah, just you need to send the document. You need to send her ID, her birth certificate, I don't need my birth certificate, but your ID. I'm like, I'm sending this to you, and then what? Like, and when we go through it and process it, we'll send it back to you. I'm like, is that going to be tomorrow? Like, no, it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not giving you my fucking ID. What if I get pulled over? They're like, we don't have an answer for you. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking giving you my ID. Like, you can take my kid's ID all day long. So I was thinking like taking my old, like an old expired
punch
ID.
one?
Yeah, whole
Yeah.
punch. I was going to like, just fuck you. Take this. But I ended up waiting long enough. And then like she eventually turned 16 and they didn't need my ID. So I was able to get around that. But yes, when you do get the, when you do the passport, you have to send them your actual birth certificate.
I don't trust that
And then
at all.
I know it was, yeah. I mean,
Like,
they sent it back.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
There's no guarantee though, right?
what's funny is that I got her birth certificate like a week or two before I got her passport. But with mine, it all came in just one envelope. So, but yeah, so what you end up doing is when you go to file for it, you fill out the form. They photocopy your birth certificate there and your ID
then why can't they just take that?
because they need to verify it's the real thing.
That's why you have the person there who verifies.
You have Zoom.
No, that's
What do you have Zoom for?
what do you mean Zoom?
Yeah.
No.
See, look, this is my ID. I'm photocopying it. Boom. You saw me do that.
They have to touch it. They have to touch it. They have to see. They have to see the seal or whatever the embossed seal on the birth certificate. Because that was the whole reason.
Got a little scuff mark on there. Fail. Send
Yeah.
it back.
That was the whole reason
I
mine
don't
failed.
think
was
Christina
because-
had to send her
Yeah, like
her
when I got a
ID in
passport,
to get
No, not my
her,
ID.
her
That
social
was for-
security.
No, that
She didn't have to because she had to get a new social security card with her
yeah.
her married name on it, but I don't think she's sending her ID.
Did she go into an office?
I don't know.
Okay, because that might have been different. If you
don't
go
fucking
into an
know.
office, if you go into the office,
Oh, she did, I think.
yeah, they'll photocopy it there, or they'll take copies of.
Yeah,
whatever
maybe
you
that's
there.
what she did.
But this was when they're.
But she
their
still
offices-
hasn't got it,
Oh, I don't.
which is
How long was it? When right after you guys got married?
Or you got back.
it had to been in October.
Oh, I'd call and find out. That's a long time.
Probably I talked to the same people that Ab talked to.
Well, no,
Like her name is changed on the Social Security
never know.
site, but her Social Security card has not showed up in the mail.
on the Social Security
Porch
site.
pirate.
Oh, that big ass
Pork
fucking
pirate.
Oh, that big ass box they got out front.
right?
Does that get used?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
sometimes it'll get used. Sometimes it'll get used as a table because the fucking people who are delivering shit are too lazy to lift up the lid and stick the package inside.
It's the size of 2 fucking USPS mailboxes, for Christ's sake. It's like you lift up the goddamn lid, you put box, you close lid, goodbye.
Yeah, no, some of them will just be like, oh, here you go. Stick it right on top and walk away.
Yeah, that's the dump it and leave it and forget it.
Dump and forget.
Yep.
That's what I do. Certain bathrooms.
I mean, that's when they don't deliver our stuff to the house next door. That happens on several occasions. Like we've had like groceries from Walmart be delivered.
You order your groceries
Over there.
online?
Why not? You can do that.
I had to do that I did that through Costco, but it wasn't through. I found out it wasn't through Costco. It was, they use Instacart.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Fuck Instacart.
But
I hate Instacart so much.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. This is the first time I've ever had to use it.
I did it one time.
One time, and that'll be it.
When we got that huge ass snowstorm.
They brought me single ply toilet paper. Fuck them.
That's that John Wayne toilet paper. You don't know what
Hey.
John Wayne toilet paper is?
No.
It's that toilet paper. It's rough, it's tough, and it don't take shit from no one.
Okay.
I like how you look at your hand, you're like, yeah.
Well, that's where it ends up.
What were you getting ready to say?
You ever use that toilet paper? It just kind of like slides over the dookie. It doesn't actually take the
Yeah.
dookie away.
Yeah, it's military shit right there.
You get it wet and you got a surprise finger when you're wiping.
No, I did Instacart one time when we had that wicked ass snowstorm, 2 years back during
Yeah.
Valentine's Day?
Oh, like when I tree fell on my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all got snowed in. Like, literally couldn't drive anywhere, walk anywhere. Like,
Was it that bad up here?
That's when we were out at the farm.
yeah, it was.
They had to bring a
terrible.
tractor out to go fucking shovel the snow.
There was about.
We were stuck.
Yeah, there was like a.
We were
foot,
stuck.
Yeah, there was like a foot and a half of snow, like packed where I lived at.
And so you had to use Instacart because of it?
I mean, shit. Thank God that Jamin stocks up that fucking freezer full of shit all the time. We lived off that for a couple days. But no, like we were like walking, like trudging through the snow just to go to the 7-Eleven, which is like right up the street. But no, like finally I was like, I need some real food. Like we need to order some shit. And I ordered on Instacart, and it took 2 days to get there from the Fred Meyers.
Damn.
In Hazeldale.
Yep.
And those motherfuckers still went to the wrong goddamn house. Like, and when I say house, I mean like apartment or condo, like on the opposite side where I live at. Like seriously, it's like I walked all the way around through all that snow. And it's all the way around, but a lot of snow walking around there, and I see his car, and there was no guy there. There was some girl in the passenger. She's like, oh, hey, he just went over there to go drop off your groceries. I'm like, what in the fuck? And I walk around there, and the guy's like, oh, I have your groceries. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's only been 2 days. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's the only time I ever do that before. Never again. He has a dick, dude. He's like the garage doors open. It was like clean, no water. What's his dick do? Snow.
What's his dick do?
No, what does this dick head do? Puts it in the snow. That's like a good spot. Paper bags.
I mean, it keeps it cool.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Oh, paper bags.
Paper
never mind.
bags, yeah.
Never mind. Have they brought back plastic up here?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yep.
not really. You have to
Yes.
pay for it.
Well,
You
yeah.
got
I
paper
mean,
bags
but it's
regardless.
It's back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plastic's back.
And they're shitty fucking bags too. I don't like them.
What are you talking about?
They're
tough
good
as fuck.
bags.
These bags, they're like, yeah, the new bags are tough as shit.
Yeah.
Those things, like, they don't rip for nothing.
Yeah.
You could pull one off and like 20 just like come off with it.
Yeah. Brrr. Yeah.
It doesn't hold as much as the old bags did.
Probably not, but like
Way to
those-
age yourself.
I'm literally the oldest person in this room right now. How can I not age myself?
Yeah. Like back in my day, we
By
had
not
good
aging
plastic
yourself?
bags.
I mean,
There's that.
we
How
all
old are
knew.
you, Kevin? Like 37? I'm just kidding.
42.
Just kidding.
It's
I know you're old as shit.
42 experience shit like, you know, the shit I saw at the casino this week. Did anyone hear about what happened up at the casino in the center?
I heard that someone got,
Was
or
it
not
a
someone,
shooting?
people got stabbed, like 2 or 3
Or
people-
stabbing.
Yeah. At the table.
Is this the big casino or the other one?
No,
No.
the small,
One of
small
the smaller
card
ones?
rooms.
Yeah. Less Center. What?
Last Frontier.
Yeah, I saw that or read that like a few people got like stabbed or some shit at a table unprovoked.
Yes.
Were you there
Yes.
at that one?
At
Same
that-
time?
at
Same
that
table?
table.
I wasn't at his table.
Oh, okay.
He was at the table.
So I've been last 6 weeks or so. I've been going up there to play cards because I don't want to be at home with my ex-girlfriend. You know, let her have her space. Let me not feel uncomfortable, right? So I started going up there and started playing poker again. And then I was there. I went up there last Saturday afternoon, left at 3 o'clock in the morning. Went back up there last Sunday. Got there 3, left at like 2 in the morning. And then I was there on Monday. So the guy who did this shit on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, so my first night there, I was sitting down playing next to him for like 2.5 hours. If that dude would have gone fucking crazy, I would have been the one who would have been fucking stabbed because I was literally sitting next to him. So Monday happens. I can confirm he was there for at least 48 hours because when I went back, he was at the same table, the same seat from when I left when I was playing next to him.
I mean, that's a grind.
And I looked at him, I was like, did you even go home? He was like, no, bro, I'm pulling an all-nighter. I was like, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, but okay, cool, dude. Good on you. And so played my session, left again 2 o'clock in the morning. And then when I came back, he was still there. I don't know if he had left, but he was wearing a sweater. He was wearing like the tracksuit mafia from not Echo.
Adidas.
King or no
Hawkeye.
You're talking about
Hawkeye,
a movie,
yeah. Like wearing one of those. But I noticed that he was still wearing the same pants, but he had a sweater on. He could have gone to his car and got that sweater or whatever. So I know he was there for 48 hours, maybe 72 hours total. So it's just my table and the other table that's playing. So if you draw a tic-tac-toe board, everything that happened was at the center table.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the lower left table and sitting in the lower left seat. So my line of sight was directly across. So playing our cards, and then I hear commotion, and I look up and I see this asshole fucking run around the table like he's going towards the exit, and I see his hands fucking clenched. But I saw this big black projectile, and I immediately knew. I'm like, that's a knife. And like the time frame is a little bit fucked up because like one of the
Say it.
what are you doing?
Go ahead and say it.
Projectile.
Projectile?
The projectile.
Projectile.
From his fucking hand.
A knife. A blade.
Something protruding from his
Protruding?
hand.
An
Yeah.
object,
A protrusion.
not a projectile.
Projectile object.
Projectile
Same
is a
fucking
thing that's
No,
Oh,
whatever.
No, it's way
Projectile.
different.
Hadouken. Okay, there. You happy for that projectile moment?
I mean, you could have said
that came from his fucking
You could have
hand.
just said knife.
All of us were
Fine.
just sitting there, just
Yeah.
like, who's gonna say it? Who's gonna say
Shut
it?
up.
Look at me. It's like I have no idea.
But it wasn't like a typical pocket knife because it was fucking black. So the news story said it was a hunting knife. And I could tell it was like 4 fucking inch blade at
It was
least.
curved like that.
Put it away.
No.
Oh, okay.
Put it away.
Damn it.
We're not playing cards.
Put it
We're not
down.
playing- but- oh, yeah, we're not playing cards.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, are you not allowed to have a knife out right now?
Do you not remember?
I don't.
Oh, we gotta play
Well,
that
let's-
clip. Yeah, continue the story.
Yeah. Let's let Kevin finish the story.
So
About the projectile.
yes, jerk. Anyways, so one of the floor managers comes by and then he starts swinging at the floor manager. He falls back, throws a chair, and then this dude fucking turns around. There's a lady still sitting in one of the seats, and from my vantage point, it looked like he was fucking trying to gut her like a fucking fish.
Damn.
So, did they ever figure out like what the cause of this was?
No.
Besides being up for probably 48 to 72 hours.
I'll get into that.
Okay.
But so luckily for what I physically saw, he was actually doing slashing motions instead of stabbing motions. So this lady got cut in her head. One of the guys that was on my table, he was a corrections officer, found that out 30 minutes before everything happened. He tried to intervene. I didn't see that part, but he got cut. And then he runs out the door. I'm like, okay. And this guy comes in from outside, and he's got fucking blood coming from, like squirting fucking from his arm and his fucking neck. And I'm not gonna lie, I froze. I was like, oh, fuck. The floor manager and the dealer that was dealing from my table fucking went over there. The floor manager had his finger in his neck, and everyone's getting towels and shit. The dealer fucking ended up helping getting a tourniquet on his arm to help stop the bleeding there. And this guy was like a little Cambodian guy, older, like fucking 40. No, I'd
The
say
dude
like
that
55.
did the stabbing?
No. The one who got it the
Oh.
worst. The guy who did the stabbing was 41 years old. Yeah.
So it was your age.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not going to stab anybody with a knife that I know of, unless their name's Tom Brady, but whatever.
What'd Tom ever do to you?
What hasn't he done to me?
Kissed him on the lips.
Gross. But like I literally saw the fucking color come out this guy's fucking face. Like if they weren't there, like he would have fucking died right there if they didn't act quickly. So after this guy got in his car and left, a couple people ran after to see like the make and model and shit. Reading the news story, he ended up was going like 90 to 110 miles down I-5, and he got they did pit maneuvers or whatever to get him to stop on Patton Parkway. When you read the article, it says he lives in Vancouver. And I'm like, was this motherfucker trying to go home? Because I'm pretty sure there's only one road in and out of Le Center, and you hit the exit to go to I-5 North first before you hit I-5 South.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Exactly. The crazy thing is, so I know how I get when I play poker. Like if I'm having a bad day, a bad run, but I'm not making bad decisions, and I lose, $300-$400, whatever. That's like, I can get that back. I'll go to the ATM, pull out some more money, and get back on the table and try to get that back. But at some point, I'm like, this is not my day. I fucking get up and leave. Like I said, I can confirm for a fact he was there for at least 48 hours. He may have been there for 72. I didn't see him really drink, but he could have been on drugs. He could have been sleep deprived. He could have lost a shit ton of money. He could have just been fucking crazy. Or
all of the above.
Or any combination of anything in the three. The fucked up thing, though, is that day I was losing money that day. And I got up off the table and I walked outside, and I remember this as I was talking to the cops. And I come outside, he's outside smoking, and I fucking just was like, God, I wish I could be fucking violent at the table.
What?
You caused this.
I could have. Like, no bullshit. Like, I could have planted a seed in that motherfucker's head to make him go crazy and start being violent at the table.
He did it.
He did do it. And, like, luckily everyone that got cut and stabbed they survived. Survived. Three of them, the three of the four got released that next day. That next morning, whatever. I don't know if he's still in the hospital, but that's the one that was obviously got it bad. Yeah. But I mean, craziest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you're talking to a guy who's been pistol whipped. Like,
stay out of the center, Kevin.
I need to stay out of a lot of places. I need to stay out of a lot of places.
Yeah.
But then what's even more fucked up about this guy is that when you read the article, the next article after about his actual initial hearing, his bail was set at $1.5 million because he had, and I quote from the paper, he had multiple. He's already had multiple assault convictions and 22 bench warrants. I don't know why this motherfucker was on the street at all.
COVID.
Probably.
Pandemic. For real.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
I thought the violent crimes were the ones that they didn't release, though.
I mean,
it was
if it's
like
a misdemeanor.
Well, I guess 23 times a charm.
Well, no. It said multiple
Bench
assault
warrant.
convictions
We had
and 22 bench warrants.
Well, 23 bench warrants.
Oh, he had been hiding. He was trying to get some money so he can get out of town.
Oh.
Maybe. And then he ended up fucking losing, and then
He's like, well, I'll just go back.
Then he really lost it.
And then maybe it was like, I can get 3 hots in a cot if I just use my knife for a little bit. But completely unprovoked, like minutes, hours before they're at the table, there is no commotion, no like, oh come on man, I can't believe you called me with that. None of that shit. And there's suddenly I was able to watch some of the security video when the cops were there, and sure as shit, this dude just fucking reached in his pocket and just started 4 or 5 times at the guy next to him. And then the shit that I saw.
Well, technically, if you were sitting next to him, you guys already had a good rapport, so you're probably going to be safe.
Not necessarily. What if I cracked his aces with like 7-2 offsuit?
Oh, well, then
You're fucked. Shank.
If you would have gave him the hammer. That's that hand. For those who don't know poker.
Shaun's confused.
So a pocket 8s are snowmen, jacks are what? Cowboys.
Kings are cowboys.
Or kings are cowboys. What are 2 jacks?
Jacks.
No, this is like, and then queens are ladies. But the worst hand in poker is to have a 7 and a deuce offsuit, so that's called the hammer.
Okay.
Well, there's the dead man's hand, aces and 8s.
Yeah.
That's very true. Or Ace King is Big Slick.
And then two aces. That's Mountain Peaks. No, okay. Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, me
Confessions
too.
of a criminal mastermind.
But like, just crazy to think that A, I could have planted that fucking seed in that guy's head, and B, it could have been me if he decided to go fucking off just 2 days before.
Yeah. So when are you going to the casino again?
I've been back already. Well, no. So like, because that happened Monday night, so I didn't go till Thursday, and I was just like, you know what, I've been there plenty of times. I've been in more probably dangerous spots in this area and in fucking New Orleans before. Like, I can't let that just stop me from, like,
Losing my money.
I actually haven't lost though, so that's why I keep on going back. So I went Thursday and then pulled off a decent amount on the table, and then right before I got here, that's why I told you 30 minutes. I need something to do after the Saints game, and then I got to watch Tom Brady lose and make money. It was all good.
Word.
It's the best thing ever.
Nice.
So, luckily, I'm not mentally fucked up from this. The 23-year-old fucking bartender, he's going to be fucked up for a while. Because he came around the corner after the dude was already on the ground with all of his blood, and that dude just fucking you could tell his knees were weak, just dropped, fucking shaking for 2 hours later, even after talking, like while talking to the cops. Like, that kid's going to be fucked up for a while. I told him, it's like, bro, like, you can talk to any of us. You can talk to any of us. Like, we've all just been the exact same shit you have. But I haven't seen him back yet, so I don't know if he's taken extended amount of time. Some of the people who were there that were playing, and some of the dealers, they were already back, so they weren't as fucked up. But one of the dealers is decided not to go back to work. She's like, I can't go back. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
I mean, there's certain shit you can recover from. Other stuff, like, I'm good. Like once you put your finger in someone's carotid artery, yeah, I'll be okay. I'm set. I ain't time for this shit.
No.
Literally.
And no armed security. No
Yeah.
armed security. No.
That's why I always lose at Alienate, you know. Why not?
Because no armed security?
At least you got metal detectors there.
Do they?
They do.
They do.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to start taking a card game over there.
Yeah.
But they don't have poker tables. They have a sports book, but they don't actually have Texas Hold'em tables.
Oh,
Well, is what it is, but at least they have like metal detectors. So, you know, knives, metal knife blades. You can go in there and be like, oh, hey, I can't have us here?
take a 3D printed knife.
Shucks.
I was just going to say
Yeah,
there's a
at
3D
some point,
printer
yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
It's,
right.
it's a ghost knife. No, it's a fucking 3D printed knife. Oh, okay. Damn, dude. Well,
So hopefully you guys don't ever or have never experienced anything fucked up like that. So, oh shit, nuh-uh.
it's all
Yes?
good.
No? Oh.
Yeah, I have.
You want to talk about it?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you experienced some fucked up shit too.
That's what alcohol's for.
And fentanyl.
No, fentanyl's for ODing.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So
Going down the rabbit hole.
I now am
A fentanyl master.
at my job am required to carry Narcan with me
Oh, Christ.
on my person at all times.
Oh, what is it?
Narcan.
What is that?
It's this shit for when people are ODing on fentanyl. That's
Or ODing in general.
Yeah.
that you stick them.
It's
Oh,
like
it's
a
like an
adrenaline.
EpiPen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just
Is
a
it?
nasal
Yeah.
and
Oh, I thought it
sniffing
was.
stuff?
No, it's a nasal injector.
Oh, I thought it was a needle.
Wait.
no. I mean, there's 3 different applications for it, but the easiest one is the nasal. You just cram it up their nose and
It's like
they
smelling
should
salts.
wake up within 2 or 3 minutes. Anyways, I got to carry that shit with me 100% of the time now. Working at a middle school.
Did a case recently come up where prior to you having to carry it 24/7 or not 24, well, whatever?
Because
full shift,
with the rise of
but at your location.
no,
Okay.
So it's like a school district policy.
yeah, but it also doesn't surprise me. They're like, "Yep, we're getting gloves and stuff like that." So when you have to do searches, you need to wear gloves because some of these kids are now lacing shit with fentanyl just to.
Wouldn't you have gloves anyways
Get away.
to do searches?
Well, when we do searches, it's like a bag search. It's just like, here, get your fucking book out of here.
So what's the glove for?
To
It's a non-porous.
protect our hands.
Yeah.
From
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
because that stuff can get absorbed in your fingers.
Dude, sorry.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
oh,
no,
sorry,
like
sorry.
people are what people are doing, like they're lacing like dollar bills, etc., with fentanyl. When people are touching them, they're ODing because the fentanyl just soaks right into the pores of your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
And
So-
people are ODing from this
There's
shit.
a prime example of this. I think it was earlier this year or late last year
Some cop.
of body cam of two police officers searching a vehicle, or they're searching bags of drugs. They found a vehicle, and one of the officers, with no gloves on whatsoever, was going through these bags, and they were laced with fentanyl, and it gets absorbed through the skin, and that fucking dude dropped.
Yeah,
just
like,
happened to
in matter of like
just happened to a
minutes.
lady cop earlier this week.
Yeah, and
They got body cam footage
Yeah.
and they had to Narcan her
Yeah,
because she
It's that
started
quick.
ODing.
Yeah, it's that quick.
I mean, you could sit there and have your hand soaked in like a jar of fucking moonshine and get drunk. Not even sip it, drink of it.
Yeah,
I've been doing this all wrong apparently.
It's like I could get drunk without having to taste the nasty version of the moonshine with it.
I mean, there's always the butt chug.
I was gonna say,
well.
you're booting it. The world we're living in right now.
It's so crazy because like I went and cleared out like at my job I went and cleared out the other security guard's drawer so I could put it all the stuff that we've confiscated in to the locked drawer that's in my office. And like I'm talking like bags on bags on bags full of cigarettes, vapes, weed, everything.
At a middle school.
Yep. Like the shenanigans that go on there, like we were just dealing with another girl passing around photos of another one because she was mad and was asking people to distribute the photos
Damn.
of said girl. Then dealt with another situation where there was a FaceTime call and somebody decided to record the FaceTime call and there was like girl on there talking some interesting things for
11-year-old.
and then then twerking in like booty short underwear and shit like that and then it's getting sent out and shit like that and I'm just like, okay, well,
See,
can't do that shit.
This is one reason why if I ever find a woman dumb enough to bear my spawn, my kid's not going to have a cell phone until 18. I don't give a fuck. I survived without a cell phone.
I mean, pretty sure all of us survived
Yeah.
without a cell phone
I understand.
throughout all grades.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
I can fucking do it, then these kids can fucking do
Yeah.
it. But no, they got to get on fucking TikTok and fucking FaceTime and record shit and illegally distribute porn at underage. But they're not going to fucking be able to be prosecuted because by the time they turn 18, their record's going to get expunged.
It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Nope. If they're caught, they can go to jail.
Good.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Because if it depends on how it's handled, but like if you're distributing it, it's considered distributing.
They
child porn-
they do
child
not
porn.
they do not fuck around with that anymore.
They shouldn't in the first place. That's great. They should.
So, but that brings me up on something more lighthearted. Let's go ahead and move on to that.
Thank God.
So
We need to end on a light note, anyways.
Someone give me a shot, for God's sake.
Friday, we were.
Give me that.
I was sitting in my office and I had two young ladies come into the office and they were like, "Hey, we got something we got to report." And they told me what they needed to report, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna call the other girl down and figure this shit out." She's like, "Well, it didn't happen today." I'm like, "Cool. When did it happen?" "Last Friday." "Why the fuck are you just telling us now?" "Well, I've been out sick." "Okay. Well, I will deal with it." So I sit there and I call the other girl into the office and she's like, "Hey, what'd I do?" Well, we're here to find that out." I was like, "What happened in what happened in this class last Friday?" "I don't know. Nothing. We did work." It's like, so nothing happened. "I don't remember." And she's like sitting there, I don't know. "Oh, I choked a girl."
Verbatim? Verbatim? I mean, shouldn't laugh at that. But
But if it's done that way, like,
oh my God, I did that.
Is Susie gonna have to choke a bitch?
She said it just like that, and I almost lost my shit. I was like, all right, okay. And I grabbed the paper. I was like, "I need you to tell me what happened." And I walked out of the office. I walked around the corner, shut another door, and I lost my shit. I completely lost it. The way it was delivered was the funniest thing that I couldn't laugh at right away that I've encountered in quite a while. "Oh, I choked a girl." And like whispered it like that quiet.
That's slightly creepy. Same point.
it's like that sudden realization, like, just sinks in.
Shit, how many girls you choked to forget about?
Right? It's like, how full is your choking calendar book?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I just took that shit out of Heather yesterday. Fuck that bitch.
Does her
Brittany's
dad play
next.
poker?
Or did.
Or yeah.
Oh shit. That fucking made my day. Like, we were at the end of the day and I was like,
Well,
you know
it didn't
what?
make Brittany's day, that's for sure. Or fucking.
I was like, this is the end of the
It was.
day. We're getting ready to go into winter break. Nothing has happened this week. Like, that was crazy. So there is 10 minutes left of the day. Go sit over there. And then I moved her to the desk and I was like, you sit there until the bell rings. And
So
and so I sat
you let
there.
her go?
And,
You let her go?
well,
She could become a repeat offender.
okay.
See,
What was I going to do?
I don't know.
Make her
I don't,
stay at school?
I don't know. I don't know your job description.
What do you mean I let her go?
You let her go. She got to write down.
It's not the Clark County Jail, for Christ's
She got to
sake.
write down that she choked a bitch, and then was like, "Okay, I'm done. I'm cool."
I mean, I assume that her parents were notified,
Wait, yeah.
and her parents
and her parents probably were like, "Good."
Doubtful.
doubtful.
I don't know. I don't have faith in people. If you,
I
haven't
mean,
known.
I've ran into some really stupid parents working at the middle school. Like, parents who don't believe their kid would ever do anything that we are describing. Like, well, I'm not calling to you, lying to you about what the fuck I just saw on camera. I want to see the video. Sure, come the fuck in. There's your kid doing the shit that we said he did that you said he didn't. Well, there has to be another reason why because your kid's a fucking asshole. That's why. That's why your kid is doing this right now. Because your kid's an asshole. That's it.
Open and shut case, Johnson.
Like
Law and Order theme.
These
Bum bum.
some parents nowadays are so deluded about their fucking children that they have no
They're oblivious?
fucking they don't want to believe that their kid is the asshole
child.
that's bullying a kid or that, you know, is the one selling drugs at school.
Yeah.
They don't want to believe it, but it's like,
Timmy would never do that. Timmy was a good boy. Well, Timmy just ate the crack to the PE teacher. So I think you're wrong.
it's like this one kid's parents, well, I had to call. It was like, yeah, hey, well, your kid did this. It's like, no, he's not going to have detention. He told me when he got home that you guys forced him to write a confession. We did what? We asked him, hey, tell us what happened. Put him on a piece of paper and walked out of the office, and he wrote this. No, he didn't do that. Were you? And I was like sitting there. I was pissed this one day, and I was like, oh, were you here? She's like, what? I was like, this is what happened. So he will serve a lunch detention. I'll tell him don't serve it. Okay, but he'll still serve the lunch detention. And she's like, I was like, I sat there and I was like, it's not like you're going to come to the school and stop me from putting him in the lunch detention room because that's what's going to happen. And so she's like, well, he's not going to have lunch detention. And I was like, okay. I was like, well,
he's going to serve a sentence.
I was like, I'm just calling to let you know what happened and what his consequences are. She's like, okay, but he's not going to serve that lunch. Click. Want to know where his fucking ass was the next day?
Lunch detention?
In fucking lunch detention because I didn't give a shit what his fucking mom said. I was like, he's like, my mom said I didn't have to serve it. And I was like, well, you can either go to lunch detention now or you could be in ISS the rest of the day. How about that? And he was like, I'm going to tell my mom, cool. Have fun with that.
Tell her I said hi.
Tell her I said hello. From lunch detention. Goodbye.
What?
Shut the door.
Okay, help me understand this because I don't have kids. I don't have kids in school. I have nieces and nephews. What the fuck is lunch detention? So they just go into a room and sit by themselves?
No, we have somebody that supervises and they actually have to do like fucking work in our lunch detentions.
Like what kind of work?
Schoolwork.
Like their own shit that they should
No.
normally be doing?
Nope.
Or like,
Nope.
like clean chalkboard? Do they even have chalkboards anymore? I don't know. Like with the whiteboards, they have to like clean the whiteboards.
I mean, they do some of that shit. Sometimes we make them clean up the lunchroom after other kids and shit. And sometimes they have to do like, I forget what they're fucking called. They're called assessments of, basically we make them take tests and talk about their behavior.
Do they have is lunch detention your only option or
No,
like after-school
right now they
detention?
do
'Cause
lunch
that's probably-
detention. They get 3 lunch detentions. They move to after school detention. They do too much of that. They get ISS or OSS.
What's and ISS is
In-school suspension.
out school suspension. Okay, out school suspension is not really like bad for the kid. Like, I don't have to be at school. Cool.
No, I would rather take a out of school suspension than an in school suspension.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's why we mostly give in school suspensions because they fucking hate
It's
it.
called probation. Work release. You can go home.
They're like, oh, can I just have OSS? Nope. Well, I'm just going to stay home. Cool. You'll have ISS when you get back. It's like, well, how about I just get suspended for a day? No.
They're trying to negotiate.
Right. Like, where's my lawyer at?
It's so funny how much of them try to negotiate shit. And I'm like, listen, this isn't a fucking negotiation.
It's too much Law and Order, man.
Yeah, it's too much crime TV.
But-
Right?
if
It
I let you know-
really is. The more and more he says these stories, it's like,
Like
yeah,
this
it's
one kid
more
was
like
doing
that.
They're taking their notes.
Like
Yeah.
this one kid was doing some shit, and I was in such disbelief. I lost my shit like a little bit the other day, and I was like, "What the hell were you thinking?" I was like, and I like sat there, and I was just like. Then I had some kid lie to me the other day, and it pissed me off so bad. I just looked at him, and he kept lying to me. I have the evidence, showing him evidence on camera And he's like, nope, that's not what happened.
That was me.
That's literally what the
That wasn't
I
me.
shut the door and I was like, you are pissing me the fuck off. I was like, you keep sitting here fucking lying to me. You're not going to fucking lie to me again. So what's going to happen? I was like, I'm going to walk out of the room. I'm going to leave you here for 5 fucking minutes. When I come back, you're going to tell me the goddamn truth.
Verbatim.
And I walked out and I fucking shut the door and I went and I had to cool off. Because that's how bad he pissed me off. I walked back in after 5 minutes. He's like, all right, so this is what happened. Doop, 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 doop. I was like, I want you to understand. I was like, I like you, kid. I was like, but lying to me, liars are up there with murderers to me. I was like, especially when I'm showing you the shit that you can't fucking deny and you sit here and try to lie to my fucking face. I was so angry. He's like, Mr. C, I never seen you get angry. He's all, you look like you wanted to slap the shit out of me. I just shrugged my shoulders. I was like,
Looked into his eyes.
I mean, who needs
Called
crime
him.
TV when you got Byron stories right now, right?
I was so mad.
So if I tell you who's been breaking into the faculty refrigerator, I could get OSS.
Right. Probation, right? Right. I can go home. Oh, yeah.
Who's been vandalizing that wide GMC Yukon out there in the faculty parking lot?
Has it
He's
happened
been
yet?
rubbing his ball sack on it.
No.
That he knows of.
Right.
Honestly, the kids love me. They
They love him so much. He's been more immortalized.
Immortalized.
fuck them kids.
Yeah?
I mean, I did have a couple of kids walking around saying we should build a shrine of Mr. Chappelle. Like, and I just heard it like off center, and I was just like, port of the gays. I was like, you little weirdos.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it would be awesome. All right, whatever. I just walked away. And then things got weird. But for the most part, most of the kids like me. They just know they do dumb shit, and I don't deal with it. I don't put up with it. Like, I've been dealing with a fucking almost 13-year-old that can't stop talking about his balls. Now he is a 13-year-old and still can't stop talking about his balls.
And that was Hot Mic, everybody.
And it is hot in here, man.
Wow. What a great podcast to come back to.